So we'll start our practice today with monkey stretches, allowing one arm to drop down and the other arm will reach up the body towards the armpit. Stretching into the sides of the body. Finding elongation and letting the breath move into the space where you elongate. And then we'll come to standing and we'll take breath of joy. So this is a 3-part inhale, and the exhale is the forward fold. So we'll inhale 3 periods, forward, side, overhead, and then exhale, fold forward. And let the knees bounce a little bit so that you almost feel like the arms are kind of being swung off the body. The body's really doing the movement. The arms are swinging around you. Allowing the breath to take whatever pace you'd like it to. It can move a little faster or a little slower depending on what feels right for you. And then stay in the forward fold and bring your hands to the floor and then gently come all the way up to standing. And notice the sensations in the body as you also feel the grounding through the feet. Notice the actual sensation of the feet on the floor. And then cross your arms and bring your peace fingers to the opposite earlobes and come down into a squat. In the squat, notice the sensation of the strength of the legs. Notice the parts of your body that are stretching, maybe the calves or the bottoms of the feet. And then come up to standing and we'll start to pat the body, starting at the shoulders, then onto the arms and the forearms and the hands, onto the chest, the sides of the body, the back, coming down into the belly, the low back, the hips, the fronts and backs of the thighs, shins, calves, feet, and floor. And then come up to standing and we'll immediately move into our grounding squat. Come into a squat, bring the hands to the level of the shoulders with the palms facing down to the floor. And as you exhale, push down with the hands and come to standing. Inhale into the squat, bring your hands to your shoulders, and exhale, push down. Feeling the exhale drawing down. So we push down as we stand up. And then relax this stance and we'll come into our first lunge. Step the left foot back, bring the right knee to a 90-degree angle and reach the hands up overhead. Feel the power of that right leg and also the power of the left. And we'll work with the breath here. As you inhale, the arms are up overhead. And as you exhale, the arms will come down into goal pose, pulling the shoulder blades together behind your back. So we'll continue to move with your breath. On the inhale, the arms reach up. And on the exhale, come down into goalpost arms, pulling the shoulder blades together behind you. Feel the power of the breath matched with the movement, as if the breath is moving the body. And then the next time you inhale, the arms reach up overhead and also straighten the right leg. And then as you exhale, come back down into your squat with the arms out to goalposts. We'll do this a couple of times. Noticing the balance this takes to move between these two poses. And then come to stillness with the arms out at the sides and feel the power in the chest, the arms, and the lunge. And then step forward. And we'll take our grounding mudra, crossing the arms over one another, pressing the palms towards the outsides of your space. And imagining the palms holding up a safe space around you. And then we'll take the opposite side. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Bend down into the left knee 90 degrees and feel the power of the legs. As the legs are strong, the heart lifts. And we'll start to work again with the breath. As you inhale, the arms are up. And as you exhale, bring the arms to 90 degrees, goalpost arms, pulling the shoulder blades together behind you. Moving with the breath, we let the movement happen as if the breath is leading it. So the exhale brings power and consolidation, drawing in. Shoulder blades come together behind you. The inhale lengthens you. And then this time, as you exhale, we'll draw the arms together in front of you, bringing the forearms together and the palms to touch. Inhale, we'll open up out to goalposts. And exhale, the arms draw together in front of you. Notice the way it feels to move the arms in this way. And then let's add in the legs. As you inhale, the arms come out to the side, the left leg straightens. And as you exhale, arms come back together in front of you, come into the lunge. Feel the strength of the body, the heat you're building, the power of the arms, the opening and closing of the chest. And then the next time you come into a lunge, bring your hands to heart center and that step forward to standing. Again, we'll find our centering and safe mudra, crossing the arms and pressing the palms out to the space around us. Noticing the safety this provides for our space. Imagining a safe bubble around the body as we stand, and notice the state of the body. And then we'll fold forward and then come down to a comfortable seat, however you'd like to sit on your mat. And with the hands on the knees, we'll start here with some gentle cat-cows with the chest matched to breath. So as you inhale, the heart will reach forward, the gaze can lift a little, and as you exhale, the spine rounds back behind you. You can use the hands on the knees to draw the heart forward, and then almost pull on knees as the heart draws back towards the spine behind you. And then gently bring your hands to your face. Each hand will rest on its cheek. And when you inhale, breathe through the nose, and as you exhale, gently purse the lips and breathe out through the mouth as if you are blowing on a candle, but you don't want it to go out completely. So you're just watching the flame flicker without blowing the candle out. Feel the contact of the hands on the cheeks. Notice the sensation of the lips gently pursing as the breath moves out softly. Continue breathing in this way. Feeling the body relax and come into a place of rest and ease, as the out-breath maybe lengthens of its own accord and softens. And then let the hands rest down at your sides. Notice the state of the body. And calmly then come down onto the mat, laying back on your back with your knees bent and your feet on the floor. And down on the floor like this, then we'll start marching the legs. So lift up one foot and then the other. Noticing the way the body moves as you lift one leg and then the other. And then start to slow down the movement a little bit. And start to slow it down even more. And then start to slow it down so much that you take time with only one leg up in the air and slowly bring it down. And then at the last minute, right as it's hovering over the floor, let it go. And feel the relaxation that happens through the body as the foot reaches the floor. And then take that again, but on the opposite side. Lift the left leg up. And over the course of a couple breaths, allow the left foot to drop down just to a hover over the floor. And then let it go. And again, feel the relaxation that moves through the body as the foot finds support. We'll take this one more time on each side. Feeling the way the body feels once the foot is supported, the letting go that happens, the relaxation. Noticing where in the body you notice the release, getting into the sensation of the release. And then walk the feet wide and knock the knees together so they're resting on one another. And bring the hands up overhead so the palms are facing one another and the fingers are facing up to the ceiling. And then widen your arms about 3 inches out in either way. Noticing the way it feels to have the arms a little wider than the shoulders, start to gently and slowly draw them back together. With the eyes closed, just notice when you feel the hands come to stacked over the shoulders again. There can be an ease to the feeling of the arms being stacked over the shoulders. And just notice when you have that experience. Notice the sensations of the arms as they slowly move. And then turn your palms towards your feet. And slowly start to move the arms down, very slowly. Slowly coming towards the floor on either side of you. The arms slowly come down until they're hovering over the floor. And when you have the perception that the arms are hovering over the floor, pause there. And then relax the hands completely down onto the floor, letting the arms and the shoulders and the hands be supported by the surface underneath you completely. Notice the letting go in the body. And not just in the arms and the hands, but in other places as well. And now turn your palms face up so the shoulders can relax even more, and notice what changes for you with the palms face up. And with the body in this relaxed position, now let's draw our attention to the breath. Notice the breath coming in and out of the body without any effort. Without changing the breath, just observe. And when you inhale, gently draw the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And as you exhale, just allow the tongue to float back down. The inhale draws the tongue up to the roof of the mouth. And with the exhale, the tongue floats back down effortlessly. Take a couple more breaths in this way. And now draw your attention to the space at the heart. And imagine that the breath is moving only there, at the space of the heart. Maybe there's a color associated with the breath. Bring that color visualization to mind. And imagine that as you breathe in, that color expands gently out from the heart into the body, coming out maybe into the shoulders, down into the belly. And then when you exhale, it softly draws back into the space of the heart. And each time you breathe in, it expands a little bit more to take up more space in the body. Expanding out as the breath moves in, And then gently drawing back in and concentrating in the space of the heart as the breath leaves the body. And as your attention stays with the breath and the color, imagine that this breath and this color carries healing energy. So every time you inhale, that healing energy emanates out from the heart into the body. And every time you exhale, it comes back to the heart space. And now take that energy and draw that color and the breath into the space of the left shoulder. Imagine that energy, that breath, that color moving into the space of the shoulder at the front, under the armpit, the back of the shoulder, and the entire left shoulder, basking in the color, the breath, and the healing energy. And then take that color and that breath and move it over to the right shoulder. Let the color and the breath move into the space of the right shoulder, at the front, near the armpit, towards the back of the shoulder, and the entire shoulder. Now move the energy back to the left side. Allow the color to move into the space of the left shoulder, the front, the side, and the back, and then down into the arm, and up into the neck. Allow the entire left side of the upper body, the shoulder, the arm, the left side of the neck, bask in the color of the breath and the healing energy. And now move that over to the right side, starting with allowing that color, that breath, and that energy to move into the space of the right shoulder, at the front, under the armpit and the back, then expanding into the arm and the right side of the neck, feeling that healing energy on the right side of the upper body, basking in the color, the breath, and the healing energy. And now allow that healing energy to exist on both sides. Breathing through the entirety of the upper body, the breath with a color and a healing energy to the right shoulder and the left, the right arm and the left arm, the right neck and the left neck. Take a moment to bask in the sensation of the breath and the color in all of these areas simultaneously. The healing energy, the color, and the breath, moving on the left and right sides of the body, and the space in between. And then allow the attention to come back to the space of the heart and draw that healing energy back into the space of the heart, consolidating back at the heart. Your breath and healing energy comes back into the space of the chest. Bask in the feeling of wholeness that this healing energy brings to the heart. And when you feel ready, gently roll over onto your right side. And then make your way up to a seat. As you come up to a seat, bring your right hand to your heart and lay your left hand on top of it. And come back into awareness of the experience of that healing energy and breath at the heart. Allow the heart space to gently rise to meet the hands, and feel the comfort and the support that the hands offer the heart. Now press your palms into one another in front of the heart space. And we'll move with the breath. With an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, we'll Om and draw the hands down, back to the heart. Resting here back at the heart, feel the experience or the after effects of the sound. And then we'll start again. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up overhead, bring the palms to touch as you exhale. Hands to heart. And one more time. Big breath in, arms reach up overhead. And draw the hands back to the heart. Rest in the after effects of the sound. This now concludes your practice.